I watched a movie and I thought I would talk about it. Crime 101. It was on Amazon Prime, right? Amazon Prime. It had come out not too long ago in the theater in January. So 3 months. And it did not do well. Let me just start with $90 million budget, and it's grossed about 70 to 73 million at this point. So it has not done well, which does not bode well for more of these types of heist movies, crime thriller movies. And I get it. I think most of us now are used to binge watching Netflix and Prime. We're used to watching a series, 8 to 10 episodes of, Reacher or anything Harlan Coben puts out. All of these great Nordic thrillers that I keep watching. All of these shows are great, and I think crime thrillers should have that 8 to 10 hour for it to move. I get that. However, I think if Crime 101 had been a series, I think there would have been just too much, because this is hour and 40 minutes and it's great. So I'm biased because I loved the novella. Don Winslow is one of my favorite authors, okay? Phenomenal author. If you've not read this, you need to read it. It's in one of his short story collections, or novella collections, I should say. So I love the story. Okay, I loved that they made this into a movie, and I was excited. I did not go and see it in the theater because I don't go to movie theaters all that much anymore, and I knew at some point it would be released. Right? I knew Amazon bought it. I knew Amazon put it out, and I knew Amazon was definitely going to put it on Amazon Prime at some point. Unfortunately, it didn't do well at the box office, so it went a lot earlier than it did. Now, I had read the book a while ago, okay, and so for me, it was okay. Let me watch this, and like I've done other movies where I did like a single shot. I read the book. And then literally the day I was finished with the book, I watched the movie, and I noticed a lot of the dialogue was the same and the story was pretty much the same. This one, I've read a lot of books in between, so I was like, all right, I'm following along with the plot, and I understand, but I don't remember 100% the ending until we get to the ending, and I'm like, okay. So from what I understand, it's followed the book pretty well, okay? Obviously, it's a novella, so there's a lot of character backstory and other things to add to make it so it's not a 1 hour movie. So for me, I thought that's pretty good. I thought the extra stuff didn't take away from the main story. I like this movie. I'm going to be honest with you. I liked it. Here was my problem with it. When I first saw the first trailer for it, I said to my wife, hey, Crime 101 is coming out, okay? Chris Hemsworth. She's like, okay, I like Chris Hemsworth. And I said, Mark Ruffalo. She's like, I like Mark Ruffalo. And I'm like, Halle Berry. And she's like, nope, I'm out. And that was my reaction. I am not a Halle Berry fan. Okay, I think when she's in a film, she is so overbearing and over the top that she's always got to be this tough, strong woman, and she's been in a bunch of different, action movies kind of things. Wasn't she in one of the John Wick movies? I don't know. It's just enough already. She eats up the She eats up the film, but in a bad way. I don't want to see her every 5 seconds. Okay, and I don't think she's a good actress. And that's just, again, Armand's opinion. This channel, Armand's opinion. However, in this movie, I was pleasantly surprised. Yes, the first time you see Halle Berry, she's got her. I'm going to try to say this as nice as possible. She has her store bought, um, boobs on full display, and I'm thinking, here we go. This is not the character that I remember in the book. Okay, this is not going to be Sharon Combs, the insurance broker, um, from these books. This is going to be this, kick ass, beat everybody up kind of thing. And I was surprised because not in one really good scene, basically, they basically more or less her boss says, "You're 53 years old. You're too old for this. We want some new blood in here," kind of thing. And I thought, you know what? I liked it. I like she's emotional. She breaks down. She doesn't have it together for the whole movie, and I really liked all that stuff. She's trying. She's a normal woman who is closer to the end than the beginning of her life, and she's realizing this, and she's seeing the signs. So for me, that was a pleasant surprise. Chris Hemsworth, worth he almost played this like a Jack Reacher type of character. Not a lot of emotion, outward emotion. You can see he gets emotional thinking about certain things, his past and whatnot. But overall, very stoic. Okay. Now, Mark Ruffalo plays the detective, and I think what's his name, Pedro Pascal, was supposed to play that role, and then he had a conflict of something, so he was not part of this. And so I think Mark Ruffalo is really good in this. He's scruffy, he's chubby, he's a washed up detective who's been chasing the 101 robber. Okay, so the title Crime 101, you think, okay, English 101, History 101, Crime 101. But it's also, which is cool, is it's the 101 in Los Angeles. It's the highway. And Mark Ruffalo sees the pattern here that all of the robberies, all of these jewelry heists are within, half a mile or so of the 101. And he realizes that this is the same person doing all of these robberies. And of course, nobody believes him. And so I think it's pretty good. Barry Cohen, he plays Ormond, not Armand, Ormond, Ormon. He's a young biker, creepy, violent. he really pulls this role off. Really, really good. You have Nick Nolte in it, and man, I'm gonna be honest, he looks old. You can barely understand what he's saying. I mean, you thought he was scruffy and his voice is scruffy in like 48 hours and stuff. I mean, I'm like leaning forward, like, what's Nick saying? He just looks old. Jennifer Jason Lee is in it as Mark Ruffalo's estranged wife. Again, she's up there in years as well. A lot of great small roles in this. A lot of really good stuff. Again, it follows. I'm not going to give away details of the plot. Let's just say that I mean, watching the trailers, Chris Hemsworth is the jewelry thief. He's got a past, and things don't always go like it was. You could tell he's getting to the point where he's like, how much longer am I going to be doing this? And I thought it was a good movie. I liked it. I saw some early reviews on it that were like, yeah, this is, not that great. And this is cookie cutter, blah, blah, blah. But I also, the bias for me is I'm a Don Winslow fan. I think any of his books, any of his novellas should be made into movies and stuff because he's that good. He's just that good of a writer. And I think they leaned on that when they, obviously when they put this together. So Bart Layton wrote and directed it, and I thought it was really good. Okay, even though it was a box office bomb, and that probably precludes other books coming out because Mark Ruffalo's character, okay, is in other Don Winslow stories. So I guess I would imagine the hope would have been that this would have hit, and maybe we could have done another movie with Detective Lou in it. But I'm going to guess at this point we're not going to have that. I got this something on my glasses driving me nuts. I'm not cutting that. So it's again, I don't know what else to say about this. It's a good movie. If you are into heist movies, if you are into crime thriller movies, this is it one of the best? No. 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 But I think it's good enough to turn your brain off, watch this movie. It's there's a lot of car chase scenes. There's the dudes on motorcycles. It's all of that, and I just think the characters work well. I think they're very believable. Our main characters are very believable, and the conversations that they have and the interactions that they have and everything. It's just like the book. I mean, it's just that good. Now, what kind of rating would I give this? I would probably give this a 4.4, which is a good one out of 5, which I think is a pretty good rating. Again, there's a lot more better crime movies than this, but there are a ton that are worse than this. A ton. So that's my rating. I'm gonna stick to it. If you've seen this movie, let me know. It's on Amazon Prime right now, so there's no excuse unless you don't have Amazon Prime. And let me know what you thought about it, and let me know what you thought about Halle Berry in this one, because I'm interested to see other people's takes. Again, my wife would not watch this movie because of her, and even after I said, you would have liked it, she whatever. Thank you also for hitting the subscribe button. Thank you for following me on YouTube. I appreciate it, and hopefully you'll see all my other. I do other movie review videos, book review videos. I do TV series reviews. I also do a lot of writing videos every Wednesday and Sunday, and sometimes Friday. I do a bunch of different things, as I am a full-time author, crime thriller author. So this book and this movie were right up my alley. Thanks for hitting the subscribe button, and I appreciate it. And you have a great rest of your week.